Welcome everybody to my newest Let's Play, Princess Tomato in Salad Kingdom. They didn't have enough room to put "the" in front of salad, but on the box cover it says the Salad Kingdom. So before we start the game, let's watch the cutscene here in the beginning. Many growing seasons ago, there was a place where vegetables lived happily and in harmony. One day, Minister Pumpkin betrayed King Broccoli. He kidnapped Princess Tomato and stole the turnip and melon. He took them to his castle in the Zucchini Mountains. He sent his cruel Farmies out to terrorize all the vegetables in the Salad Kingdom. Shortly thereafter, the poor king died from the loss of his beautiful daughter. But he promised you, brave Sir Cucumber, the princess's hand and the kingdom if you bring them back safely. Godspeed, Sir Cucumber. So in this game, we will be playing Sir Cucumber. And we are going to try to rescue the princess. So you get some scenes here that's going to show off some stuff later on in the game, telling you, some hints, meet and talk with people, explore different spots, use your different commands. We don't have the little cursor like we do in Shadowgate and Deja Vu. You basically just use the control pad to move around to the different menu options on the sides of the screen, and you just hover when you select the one you want to use. Just hover over it, then press the A button, and it'll do whatever that command is. So most of the commands are pretty self-explanatory. Use an item. Give is when you actually give something to somebody. So sometimes we'll have to it's basically like transaction. Hit is like your command to hit something, like in Deja Vu, or Shadowgate when you had to hit the torch, or which is different than the fight command, which brings up this little game here, and it's basically rock paper scissors. They call it Finger Wars. So that's how you kind of fight in this game. So sometimes you have to fight some praise. That just talks with people. It gives them some positive encouragement. So sometimes you have to praise instead of talking to somebody. Dump gets rid of items. Items lets you look at your inventory. Percy is a companion who will be joining us. And once he joins you, you can talk with him, and basically he gives you little clues. So it's almost like the select button in Shadowgate that gives you little hints. So the first few screens here are the same that we saw in the introduction. Just recounts the story up to this point. And basically, so Cucumber, if you rescue the princess, the kingdom will be yours. Although the king is dead, so I don't know how he can, fulfill that promise to us. Why would anyone believe him? I guess if you do rescue the princess, that'll be your claim. Rescue the princess, marry her, being the only royalty. Now, we don't have Percy right now, so if you try to click Percy before he joins your party, you just get that, who is Percy? Percy is actually this baby persimmon here. And look at him, he's suffering. Check him out. He needs water. Look basically gives you your general description. Check gives you a deeper understanding, a more closer view. So, well, he needs water. We can't hit him or fight him. Praising him doesn't work, and we don't have any water. One thing we do have though is a pot. Apparently, Sir Cucumber wears a helmet. His helmet is actually a pot, which is good because we can use that to get water. And we know that there's water nearby because when we read the signpost here, we see Lake Quench, Saladoria, and Melon Patch. So let's move to the lake. Lake Quench. This is where we can get some water. And we've got fern birds. Most things in the game are basically like fruits and vegetables that have become sentient. Although there's a person in the game, an actual human. It's also weird because there's we have the farmies, but then there's like farmers who like grow stuff. I mean, look, there's a spinach patch over there that's growing spinach. So do vegetables eat other vegetables? It is strange. I guess it's okay for sentient vegetable to eat a non-sentient vegetable or fruit. So here you want to basically look at the nest. We get a gold coin, take it from the nest, and then take some water, which we put in our helmet. And now we're going to take that water back to our friend Percy here. We need some water. So let's give him the water. Give water. And it worked. Now let's talk to him. Delicious. Get a close-up of him there. I'm Percy. Right? And he will be like basically our squire. Squire Percy. He's also the one who basically recounts the tale in the instruction manual. In my not video description, but the playlist description. He basically is telling this tale later on in the future. So here he learns that there's Farmies. They're basically the henchmen who work for Minister Pumpkin, and they're causing some trouble for these melons. So we have to go to the melon patch. Luckily, we kind of know where that is. It's one of the directions of the lake, or by that signpost. Instead of going to the lake, we can go to the patch. What's Percy got to tell us? What happened, boss? I don't know. We just got back. Let's go to the patch. Right now, the town is a dead end. There's a guard there. Hey, we got cherry flies. Cherry birds. So let's look at everything here. Check the fence. Very strong. Sign. No vegetables. Checking the bush, though, will reveal a new place we can go. There's someone in the bush. Let's move it deeper into the bush. Just like the move bush. And we got, it's the Prince Lettuce. And he's buried in the ground. Unfortunately, he's unconscious right now. So yeah, trying to talk with him. How can an unconscious man talk? Unconscious piece of lettuce. We can't hear our praise. We don't have to hit him or fight him. But we can give him some water. So let's give him another drink. The water, like I said, when we got the water, it said that it has 3 drinks in it. So we got 1 more left to use. So what's the prince going to tell us? He's going to thank us for saving his life. And he lets us know there's a passage under the fence. And now we'll have a new place to move when we go back to that fence. And that fence will take us inside the patch where apparently there's more melons for us to help. So let's go back. Go back in front of the fence. Select the move again. And we'll see the passage command now. So we're going to crawl under the fence. And there's a whole bunch of melons there. Now there's 4 of them, but we only have 1 drink of water. However, all you need is really 1 thing of water to give them, and like they all drank from it. But I'm just gonna go back and get more water then. We got Nappa, which is lettuce, a cantaloupe, a Hon Dew, and a watermelon. So now I guess Nappa makes a little bit more sense from Dragon Ball Z. The Saiyans are supposedly all named after vegetables. Like Vegeta is for vegetable, Nappa was lettuce, Raditz was radish, and Kakarot was carrot. The Saiyans were named after produce. Other things are, a lot of groups are named after stuff like that, like, I think the Ginyu Force was named after, like, dairy products. Gildo cheeses, like Guido cheese. Birders, butter. Jace's juice. So, the main thing you want to do, like I said, feed the, give the melons some water, and the Cantalop will give you a pass to get into town. However, the pass ain't really going to work because, well, we're not a Cantalop. So obviously our picture ain't going to match what the pass is. But maybe the guard is really dumb. So maybe we can sneak past him. So he looks like he's a radish. Speaking of radishes, the wall, when you look at the walls, they're made out of radishes. Where's our pass? The walls are made of radishes. Just like the guard. And the guard looks tough. It's like a celery spear. Let's give him a pass. But yeah, once again he says, this ain't your pass. And he confiscates our pass, and well, what do? Well, Percy gives us a clue. He says, hey, this guard dozes off. Let's go do some other stuff. Well, there's not much for us to do here. The only place we haven't gone is back at the lake. There's another way to go forward. So we can go that way. Plus I'm going to get some more water just to give to those, that way it'll be like every single one of those melons got a drink of water. We head forward here. We got a little shrine. A stone apple statue. And it's a lonesome shrine. It's supposed to be, well, I mean, it is a statue, so. And apples don't necessarily have to be red. They could be like a greenish color, like Granny Smith apples. But let's use that flower we got here. And we just brighten up the shrine a little bit there. Alrighty. So we just wasted some time here, basically. But remember what Percy said. Percy said that, you know, hey, that guard will go to sleep sometimes. So basically we just had to waste enough time. And now the guard will be asleep. But of course, like I said, before we go see that guard, I'm just going to give those, the rest of the melon some water. It's not necessary, but we're going to do it just to be nice. They still don't look too happy, even though we watered them up. I think it worked. Water again. Good old So Cucumber to the rescue. Alright, let's get out of here. They don't really say anything different. He wanted to tell the Cantalop, hey, you passed it at work, man. But Percy's suggestion that we wait until the guard goes to sleep, that did work. And now when we head to the town, you'll see that the guard is asleep. He's nodded off there. He's not standing straight up anymore. And you see a little bubble by his nose. It's usually that little animation that they're sleeping. So, Percy just tells us, hey, let's sneak in. Let's check the guard out real quick. Sleeping soundly. Alright, let's move into the town. And that will end chapter 1. This game is divided into 9 different chapters. At the end of each chapter, you get a password. And we'll see the password here. There we go, write it down. So we'll enter that in our next episode. So basically I'll be doing some chapters are longer than others, obviously, but I'll basically be trying to do like one chapter an episode. So we'll pick it up in the next episode with chapter 2. We're actually inside the town here of Saladoria. Take care, have a good one. See you next episode. Bye.